They wanted to run around as 5, and they're trying to force those things, but against Amumu Karthus, that's extremely dangerous. The split pushing isn't really coming in. Shy has actually been the one trying to make the 4v4s happen, and he's ended up getting picked off a few times because of it. Now that Azubu Frost has won a couple of team fights, the tides have turned here. They're the ones scouting around Baron Buff, trying to clear out ward. Mad Life's going to get that one in the triangle brush, and now it's Azubu Frost that has to come, or Taipei Sats that has to come into Azubu Frost. Cloud Templar can turn a fight very quickly with Bandage Toss and Ultimate, and they can just all flash follow on top of that. Rapid Star's flash not quite up yet, but they're looking to get someone out of position here. There's a wall, here's a fight.
He's going to come in, he's going to be the coach of the
he is done, dude.
Toys getting dropped almost instantly there. Goes down, doesn't have rebirth available.
Yeah, but Vane's getting a ton of damage down.
Mistake and BB trying to hammer the damage from the back there.
Did you see that?
Woong is going to get dropped, no. He gets the heal off, has he survived? No. Stanley goes down on the back immediately. They're going to try to turn it.
Oh my god.
Can he pick them all up? He gets one. How can he get another? The Carthel's ultimate comes through. It's not needed. And Mad Life with a double kill at the end of it.
Oh my internet.
Kill after kill. He's 4-4-13. And Azubu Frost with another one-team fight.
We knew these teams were going to be aggressive coming in. Both of them were trying to match each other hit for hit, and it just seems like Azubu Frost is one step ahead of them in team fights.
He's drinking water, dude.
And TPA just can't seem to finish off the targets. BB actually had a field day hitting in that last fight, but he didn't have his Infinity Edge. Now that he has that, it's about him avoiding focus. If they can get off big things in team fights, it's really what they have to rely on. Toys got picked off at the start of that fight, and they still took down 3 members, and Cloud Templar and Mad Life were very, very close. These team fights are still razor thin. Azubu Frost got an edge off that one with the turret.
See, that's the thing. Like, I feel if Toys would have got more like health, I feel like he would have lasted a little longer. Like, he still would have died, but like,
Looks like
I don't know.
Assassins were thinking about trying to react.
I mean, he knows what he's
doing.
He's
well aware of that. They could go and rush straight towards that Baron. And Taipei Assassins are definitely doing that. They're going to try and get in there and clear things out. Mistake is going to get cleared out.
He's like fucking best in the world.
Hey guys, I'm back. What happened? Oh my god, did they actually...
You saw the Shirelia's Reverie was used to escape off the back of this.
And they're actually just seeing the warden. They just cleared it out, but this is Azubu Frost going to fly into them. All their ultimates are up except...
They're going to fight right here, dude.
Isn't it? Stanley's driving in. This is TPA pushing.
They're going up towards Shy.
Just got raped.
Immediately off that.
They're going to rape him.
Now Templar using the ultimate, but the rest of his team are not with him. Shirelia's Reverie comes across and you can see
Karthus in the middle of all of them.
Immediately catch on. Now Templar is just going to have to run away. BB's still taking a lot of damage, so the swoon is just off the side, picking them apart. Karthus picks up the double. They're going to take Toys down. Azubu Frost once again come out on top in his team fight. And Stanley and Lilbo's the only 2 surviving members. Azubu Frost are going to try and push the Baron.
BB just got picked off there, and you can see how low everyone on Azubu Frost is. They're so good at dropping aggro, and that's just because
they're playing to see who is the best.
Powerful front line than TPA. Stanley's going to try to disrupt this, but he doesn't have his ultimate up, and they're just jumping off after him. They're taking down this Baron, and even though Little Balls going to try to steal, they're not going to let him. They're going to look to peel Little Balls before they let him steal. It's littered with wards, so there's no way he can actually get in undetected.
He's trying to sneak around the side, trying to throw their saplings in. He does have Smite available. He's not going to be out of in a position to get in there. It would be suicide. And he backs away. And Azubu Frost now tied in kills, 22-22. They've got a 4-2 kill tower advantage. They've got the Baron, and they have a big gold advantage. It's that 5k advantage turn. And Azubu Frost really building up their advantages against Taipei Assassins and winning the last 4 team fights.
If Taipei Assassins wants to win a fight, they have to get Rapid Star out of the way. He is dying where he wants. He is getting where he wants to go, and TPA doesn't seem to have field control of these fights. That's really what it's been coming down to.
They got to use Anavia wall better too.
Big lead now for Azubu Frost because they were substantially down in gold when they started winning team fights. Now they have the Baron buff and a large gold lead and the Aegis of Legion and the Zeke's Herald. The team fight items coming in. It's going to be very difficult. TPA has to win these skirmish fights and actually just take a look over at the Baron buff. Look at how many wards they had. That's one of the reasons they won that fight, because no matter where TPA tried to go, they couldn't lose vision.
Karthus has hourglass now, dude.
But all the brushes were taken up. They couldn't go around corners for field of vision. There's a little lesson there. Baron team fights, get wards out, because if you're looking to peel, you don't want people to go invisible.
They're going to dive up towards the Dragon here. It's going to be picked up within seconds. Azubu Frost, Woong, of course, very fair now. Sampling's going to come in, didn't quite get the steal, though, as Woong takes that. Down the top, though, Stanley's getting dived on here. Is he wanting to fight this, though? Shy getting onto him for once. A 1-6-8 Shy is actually forcing Stanley back, despite the fact Stanley is built so tanky.
And one difficulty another difficulty for TPA in teamfights is that BB's getting outranged and zoned by wounds.
Tried
So
to
even though he had an
assault
advantage
too.
early, he hasn't been able to push that because he can't get close to any of the targets he wants to. Even if he gets around the tank line, it's wound that's going in on him.
Shouldn't you
Now,
actually
Azubu Frost
ult before the
are
team
the
fight
ones doing the 4v4.
starts?
They have Shy going off. They realize
No,
that
never
he's
mind,
an
never
only
mind.
diver. He's really the best frontliner for TPA, and since they
Regardless
can't
if you
match up their
ult
dive buddies
before,
with Low Balls and
it's
Stanley,
possible
they're
that they can
struggling in teamfights
cancel
to
it.
get
If you
to
ult
priority
while you're
targets.
dead, they can
These
cancel.
turrets are going to be very difficult for them to hold.
Or they could just,
Just
you know,
because
just
of the
not
flank potential
engage in
from
that
Azubu
team
Frost
fight,
coming
you know.
out the back.
Yeah, Stanley versus Shy in that
Wait
top
until
lane.
their health gets
Honestly,
back up,
you
you
can
know.
see Amumu come around the side and try and get in there, which is why you see Little Balls putting that ward just above. Mistake trying to cover it off. Now Templar trying to find a position. Shy getting taken down very low there and forced away by Stanley. Are they going to try and force something in the bottom lane? No. They're going to keep that standoff and just slowly but surely poke it off. They do manage to wall off.
Oh my god. Watch him move. Watch him move his Q.
Do not feel they
gonna
can win
happen.
this fight. They need Stanley to join them, and he can't happen at the moment.
I think it's a matter of time until this turret goes down. If TPA were to engage on a 4-man Azubu Frost team with Baron, they would most likely lose. I'm surprised that Azubu Frost is backing off because it seemed like they could get that turret, but there it is. They knew Stanley could be coming up the back, and they didn't want to engage in a 4v5 even with Baron. So despite the 44 total kills in only 35 minutes, we do see a bit of cautious play finally coming out of Azubu Frost.
A big game experience, of
Give me
course.
super
Talked about
shoot.
it earlier on. Keeping a cool head.
Bastard.
Continuing out to farm. Let's just have a look across the builds and the teams. I mean, how do you see this one playing out? At the moment, Azubu Frost winning every team fight. How do Taipei Assassins react to that?
There's 4 more games that have to be played, dude.
Earlier, they've completed 2 guardian
Maybe
angles,
4.
so Shy and Wound both will have to die.
Oh wait, what if
the
the Taipei Assassins win 3 games in a row? They win automatically?
Azubu Frost dives a turret or does something silly. They have
Bibi.
to focus around
Bane's
getting
dead.
picks, and he's burning his ult, but they're just diving through onto him. They're going to get him here.
They're going to get him. There's the crescendo, goes
The
across the
Karthus
castle.
ulted
So
so
will be
much
enough.
damage.
Rapid Star picks up the kill. They're going to try and push on Stanley as well, but instead they immediately divert their attention and go straight for that bottom turret. They have a creep wave coming in. They will take that inner turret down.
And Azubu Frost actually just pulled off what TPA would have needed to do, picking off a solo member. There's no way right now that TPA wins an even team fight, even if it's on top of a turret. They have to pull off something very creative. You can see Toys is off getting blue buff, but this turret is going to be nearly impossible for them to hold. They only have 3 members, and Azubu Frost is flying in hard.
They're diving in here. Remember, they used a lot of ultimates to get in here, though, but they are taking the turret down very quickly. A flash from Rapid Star, an exhaust on towards Mistake, but it wasn't enough. They do take the inhibitor down regardless, and they're going to back straight off this one. Stanley is trying to peek across, but Azubu Frost quite happily disengaged. That's going to be the true shot barrage going across, not really doing a great deal of damage across them. They do make a stun on towards Shy. Can they pick one up here? He has got a guardian angel. Azubu Frost immediately turns to react. They're going to defend their comrade. And Stanley's trying to get in there. That's going to be the curse of the sad mommy getting across, hitting the entire team, but Stanley is still in up there. And Wu is going to get taken down very low. Little tries to get aggressive, but they disengage so quickly. They cannot catch up. That wall of pain goes across and effectively says, chase us if you will.
And that was a TPA fight where they had no AD carry. BB was still waiting for his death timer.
Like a shit ton
was
of
a good
sugar
repel. If they'd lost 2 inhibitors, the game would essentially be
sugar.
over. Overall, Azubu
His eyes
Frost
are like
with
wide
that
open.
made very good use of it, getting the first inhibitor of the game and just extended their lead. None of their Guardian Angels have been popped. You can see they've been able to zone TPA out in team fights, and they really just have to continue doing what they're doing. With that long push, though, all their wards have actually dropped down, so this would be a moment for TPA to try to get a pick. They could take control of the area and hope to catch someone warding. But come 30 seconds from now,
passive if it's all the way stacked.
From Mad Life, he's going to be literally
that's a lot.
that Baron area with wards because they know the spawn timer is going to be a couple minutes later since their Baron just did fall off. And this is actually maybe a bit of a pause for Azubu Frost because their next play is forcing around Baron.
It could well be their last play as well.
They're getting mad GAs, dude.
Up against it here. Draw something out.
Does Amumu have
something
GA?
out.
No.
It's coming out to back off. They do not want to go into a situation.
What is that green crap going around everybody?
With all the ultimates available.
Yeah, what is that?
See, that's how they have to fight,
dude. They got caught out Cloud Templar. Isn't enough though. He's just going to pop his ultimate. The curse of the Sandman comes out. He does get dropped. Have they got
That's
enough
how they gotta
to
do
try
it,
and
dude.
continue?
And a real wall
Ultimately
like that,
disengage
dude.
very quickly. Shirelli is wherever he was popped, and they do back away. BB with the ultimate just goes down to clear out those super minions.
More of that though for TPA. They caught Cloud Templar scouting and trying to ward, and the wall from Toys completely split him away from the rest of the team. The unfortunate thing here, though, is BB had to go back to base to clear out those super minions with the inhibitor down. That's the worst inhibitor to have down when the Baron is up because it completely takes him as far away as
that's what I was about to say, like,
in supporting the upcoming Baron fight. That Baron spawning.
No one's at Baron.
20 seconds. You can see TPA is trying to take control of it, but without 5 members, they don't have the confidence to start any team fights. There's the death timer on Cloud Templar.
They get more wards on there, dude.
This, knowing that Cloud Templar won't be up for the very start of it. If there's a desperation play, this might be.
He didn't find that ward to kill.
Without that Amumu ultimate, it may just give them that slight advantage they want in their 4v5 fights. But are they aware of the timer? It is now up. They will have vision of it, and Cloud Templar spawns. They are not in position to try and fight for it, and they're going to have to react and back off from this one. Taipei Assassins and Azubu Frost are going to be happy with that one. They realized that the danger they were in, but now they've got themselves back as a 5-man team, and they are in the strong position, Jack.
And they can go wherever they want as long as they stay grouped up. When Rapid Stars flashes up, though, it'll make them much more dangerous in team fights because it allows his positioning with the file to be even greater. He has that Void Staff, so
what are you doing, Nivea?
The TPA has isn't helping them very much. When that Requiem comes down, it's going to be devastating. They're clearing out wards.
They should start on it.
To fight here, TPA is going to try to stop this because giving up the Baron would mean the game. But fighting Azubu Frost straight up by the choke is also going to be a high chance of them losing it. They have to pull off something crazy here. They have to team fight perfectly if they don't want to lose here. Stanley walking right through a ward. Azubu Frost displaying a lot of patience.
And they're hitting the axe at the cross inside. Azubu Frost poking it. They don't have the vision though. Taipei Assassins desperately. Stanley's going to maybe try and pull something crazy out here. It's Wound they want. But he's got that Guardian Angel. He's got that damage, and of course Rapid Star as well. Poking it through.
Well, Rapid Star is up pushing top, so Azubu Frost trying to engage.
They're trying to go for it, and they can see. They're going to come back. They dodge on towards Stanley. Stanley's the one that wants to take the damage, and immediately he turns into the rest of Azubu Frost. There's the goes to the South Molly. Rapid Star taking very low. They're going to use the Zonya's out.
Enemy has no health, dude.
Cloud Templar will get dropped by Stanley. Immediately turned into Lil Morse takes down Rapid Star. Then Stanley's going to get dropped. The counter. Oh, it's a triple kill for Rapid Star. And now Woog and Shai should chase down Lil Morse.
Enemy died so fast, dude.
And surely the game for Azubu Frost. We are 28-26. They're going directly for the Nexus turrets. Jack, what an amazing turnaround.
I thought that BB might be able to pull off the end of that fight, but the Requiem just destroyed him,
his Q.
Rapid Star picked up his 13th kill of the game. They're now pushing down onto this Nexus. This looks to be the end for Azubu Frost. They look to have the 1-0 advantage, and what an amazing way to open the World Finals. 54 kills, 42-minute victory.
What a fantastic performance there. 42-minute game and a lot of kills.
All right,
that is the
down
way
play
to open up the Season 2.
Element of water, attend me.
We fight against nightmares here.
Minions have spawned.
I cannot turn back. My eyes are open. I speak only truth.
An enemy has been slain.
They leave me no choice.
Double kill.
Chosen of the moon.
You have been slain.